healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is?
The law, no matter how perfectly constructed or well-crafted or comprehensive in its coverage, cannot come close to defining the human experience. Art, however, is unsurpassed in its ability to usher us into the lives of others, into their emotions, perspectives, and most importantly, for today, their prejudices.
For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound.
Antonio shall become bound. Well,
may you stead me? Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer?
$3,000, 3 months, and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that?
The Merchant of Venice is a renowned play, some would say notorious play, for its themes of religious conflict, Jewish and Christian. It seemed natural to me and to us at the Guthrie to present this as our inaugural production and program, addressing the role of bias, of how our identity is interwoven with our religiousness. And so what we tried to do is use the theme and the characters, specifically the humanity of the characters, to identify with and to prompt a discussion about our own lives. And I also practice immigration law, and I couldn't help but see a crossover with the cases that I was seeing in which there is a similar class of cultures where the immigration judge's religion has an impact on how he examines an applicant's faith. And so it seemed natural for us, and I think it was quite successful.
Outstanding, really outstanding. I think if you were to ask any attorney about ethics and elimination of bias and getting those credits and taking those programs, they would probably start with a ugh. And this was by far the best presentation of that subject matter that I've ever attended.
And other ventures he had squandered abroad.
Part of the Guthrie's expanding mission by moving into the new building is to further engage the community. And so we have been exploring different corporate opportunities. I knew that these two worlds, theater and law, actually had a lot more in common. And that's, in short, how we got the Guthrie, which is this regional and national resource for arts and education, to match up with Thompson, which is an undisputed leader in its field.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath, I have an oath in heaven, shall I lay perjury upon my soul?
Looking at legal education and trying to identify someone in the artistic community who could really understand what Thompson West does and taking that and moving it into an artistic format, the only really logical choice would be the Guthrie, and especially in Minneapolis where the Guthrie is so well known.
I'm thrilled with the way it has turned out. It's really the opportunity to bring an entirely unique educational experience to really a younger generation of attorneys and folks that have been in the profession for a long time. And I'm sure today are saying, wow, this isn't the CLE I'm used to.
We benefit by taking our programming to a national level, further extending our mission. And that is to acquire new audiences in the sense of theater, not only specific to our theater, but to show other audiences what theater can do. And by extending to more people, we bring more of a service and hopefully let them know about us.
Anything that we can do to take a very important, relevant topic and make it interesting, compelling, and engaging, we are going to move beyond CLE and become a provider of education and really get our audience to think about the impact they have on the broader legal community and the legal system. And that's really what our goal is, to get people thinking and contributing and making the legal system better.
We have a situation where part of black letter immigration law is that the United States provides protection for people all over the world who are being persecuted on the basis of several grounds, including religion. So in order to make that claim, an applicant has to demonstrate proof, a case, in some way that they belong to a religion and that if they go back they will receive persecution. Well, this examination of whether someone is a particular religion is a difficult one to make under ideal circumstances. It's more difficult when you belong to the same religion that the person claims to be. Questions of what are the books of the Bible? What's the Old Testament? What's the New Testament? Who wrote the Ten Commandments? Those might be things that we're familiar with or we expect others in our culture to be familiar with, and it's very delicate when we project those questions on someone from a different culture who has to practice in a basement, who might never have been in a church or been to Catholic high school, like some of us. I think it went great. We're very pleased with the level of interaction. We had a fantastic panel. I couldn't have asked for more stimulating conversation and insight. And our goal was simply to raise awareness by asking more questions. And between the actors and the panelists, we certainly got that.
Frankly, the format is groundbreaking. So I think